Afternoon, guys. It's a little after 10 o'clock. Just jumped in the woods here in PA on the weekend deer hunting. Just started to get dressed and had a whole herd of does come up across the hill in the game lands and then dip right back up. They see me getting dressed. They came across that hill and down and back up. Where I'm sitting right now, it's game lands, but you can see the posted signs come up the hill. But that's all game lands, and game lands all the way up to the top and over. But we're gonna see if we can get after them, guys. You guys can tell by the car. It's getting rainy and wet one. I got the 35 on me, guys. Cold Marlin 36, 35 rim. We're just gonna try to use the weather to our advantage. Slip around. Here, guys, it's still raining. We're still windy here. It's not supposed to be 1 o'clock. It's a little under 10 now. Almost about. Down below me is all posted, guys. Oh, that one little sliver. So it hits the trail. That's still game lands. Starting to clean up, guys. Wind's still here, but the rain's starting to pass over. It's starting to get really nice out in the sun. Guys, that's where that doe was standing. I missed during archery. She was standing right in that thick stuff right there. And you can tell. Put a Glade there. Bank. I was sitting right there, that tree there. You can see from me there. Twigs, branches, limbs. I'm trying to sneak an arrow for this stuff. That's why I missed that doe. So I'll show you that, guys. That's that doe I shot up underneath during archery. She was standing in this thick stuff. I mean, just barely grazed her. I think I have my scope set for 2.4s that I haven't set for short range. I had it set for long range, but we'll see when I get We're gonna shoot that bow and re-sight it in and see where it's hitting at. And still PA rifle here, guys. Just out looking around, seeing what's around. So far, I've only seen a small herd here where I was getting dressed at. But we're gonna find somewhere to post up till dark. Start to pick back up, and it's 4:40, so I can start to pull up now. I got an hour. I got about. So it's getting darker on 5:30, and I got a little over a mile walk back to my car. So I want to start pulling back the other direction. You guys know how it goes. I want to get back to the car. Slowly walking out, guys. Just had a bunch of crash and go through the brush over there on the other side of the part of that brush right there is private. Part of that brush is game lands. It links up to the pipeline. So slowly easing out. Hey guys, just got back to the car finally. It was a little over a mile back. So now I talked to a guy on the pipeline, a young kid about my age. He said he shot a doe out here opening weekend, and then he said he came over here this weekend, and he said it was raining miserable, like I was showing. It's raining, heavy wind. He said he got out of here around the same time I did, around 10:30, 11. He said him and his buddy jumped a doe up, and it ramped the pipeline, and some guy shot it on the pipeline. In that big opening field that I showed. He said he also had a buck and doe come through down low and toward the second or third parking area, and he said he couldn't tell what the buck was. He said buck was really heavy being buck, but he said the buck kept at a distance and kept into the thicket where you can just barely make out it was a buck. He couldn't tell how many points it was. He said he needed another 1 or 2 openings to be able to tell what it was, and he said buck never gave the opportunity. And he said other than that, he walked most of the game lands today, and he said he jumped up one other buck, a small 4-point, and seen one other doe, and then he seen 2 other does over on the pipeline for oil and gas. So they're out here. At least people are seeing them. I jumped up another batch right before I bumped into him that I was talking about in the thicket. And I'm not sure how much that thicket's game lands or private. There's some old posted signs in there, and they've been there for a long time.
So I'm not sure that's old or not. If you look on the one hunt stand map, that's game land property all through that stuff. But there's proposed signs are still there, and I know there's some with game lands what's private and not. I know there's a whole thing. I mean, one game we were talking about a couple years ago about it. There's some spots, even out toward other game lands I used to hunt was like that with people. And then I just talked to two old guys that I know out here. We got bumped into them when I got to the bottom. I said, long time no see. I haven't seen you since last year. And we got bullshitting about hunting. And he said they really didn't see much at all. He asked me if I got that one on top, if I knew who got the one on top of the darn trail, because there's a gut pile sitting there that's recent. And I told him, no, I don't. But I said, I know I shumped a whole bunch going in. I said, when I got here getting dressed, 5 or 6 of them right across the thorn path. Guys, I trailed them for a while and never did find them. And we were talking about how hunting laws changed from where you can shoot whatever buck you wanted to now. Since 2002, you're under that rack restriction. Even at like 60-year-old guys, they're up in their 60s. Like he's 65 and he has to pick points, where young kids, they're allowed to shoot whatever. I mean, I get that, let the young kids shoot spikes and other stuff, but that should be allowed for anybody, not just the kids. And we were talking about like gun restrictions in certain areas. They're easing up with letting people use straight wall, but then other restrictions are getting tighter. And it's like I said, it was nice to see the muzzleloading law change, where we can use inlines during late season, or use a percussion gun at least, instead of just having to use flintlock. That's been a toss-up in the state. Another toss-up is the semi-automatic role. The semi-automatics being able to use a high-powered AR, or say your older Remington semi-automatics, but that law's been changed, but not for big game. It's only changed for small stuff, where you can use a semi-automatic 22. They said they've been working on getting it passed for big game, but there's a bunch of red tape. A lot of guys just don't want to see it because they just don't want to see guys out here with ARs with 30 round mags. But most guys are going to hunt with ARs or use a 5 or 10 shot mag and 308, 300 blackout, your bigger calibers. And they can easily make the law where you, like how it is for rifle, you can only use 6mm or bigger. Also, the guy was talking to me about 35 rem. I said that's all his hunting was at this time. It's a 35 rem. My wife's uncle said didn't bring a 243 because I usually hunt with 243. I know that older guy usually hunts with 243, and he said he hasn't been hunting with his 35 because of price of soft point 35 is up near $50 a box. He said where he's seen it, and I haven't seen any in the store lately. I got what 35 I've got given to me, and I got one flex tip left and one box of older soft point 200 grain soft point I've been using. But he said he has like 2-3 rounds left, and he said he can't even find brass to reload. And I told him I have a mess load of brass at home. That's just why I plan on reloading for mine. I was like, when I reload for mine, I said probably have to reload for my brother's wife's 35, because 35 ammo is just not available like it used to be. Remington's not putting it out like they used to. It's one caliber. It's slowly fading away. But out here in the East Coast, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, not even Ohio's straight wall rifle or shotgun, but West Virginia, Pennsylvania, I think Maryland, some of your other states around here, it's a lot of guys, it's only they've used 35 Remingtons, 30s, your brush calibers. But I'll let you guys get going with the rest of your night. It was a decent day out, cold, wet, and windy. Other than that, 2A strong guys, and love everyone. There's a lot of hate going on, and let's just end it.